Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to today's video. You're gonna see something a little bit different that we haven't done in a while. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning with this word phrase going on in my brain of what did you buy? Why did you buy? What were you driving? Did you trade something? What brought you out here today? And I couldn't go back to sleep, and then I realized that coming out of the 2 years that we just came out of, the different clientele is coming out now. And I'm interested in finding out what brought them to a decision to come in and purchase something now. What did they buy? Why did they buy it? What did they trade? Why did they trade it? Did they stay with the brand? Did they go to a different brand? And why in the times of everybody saying, don't do anything, don't do this, interest rates are too high, what led them to the decision now? So what you're gonna see in this video and next week's video is just real life customers that we had here. I didn't pay anybody to be in the video. I didn't pay them for what they said. You should be able to see that kind of caught them off guard, telling them what we were trying to do. And being the first video that we're doing it, hopefully you catch a little glimpse in what we're trying to capture. So please comment down below and let us know after you watch it.
So basically I started research by looking at the website where it lists the safety,
Okay.
the highest ranked safety or autos based on safety.
Not by brand, you just Googled safety, right? Is that?
Right.
Okay, I got you. NCA, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
To that website, of course, not knowing what year we were looking for, that was a lot of going back and forth. But found the Subaru. She really loves Subaru because her sister got one. I've spoken to many people.
Sure.
Like, I've not spoken to one person that owns a Subaru that didn't like the service they got or like the car. Like, and we just talked to a mechanic. He was really excited about Subarus.
And was it the Outback that came up on that list, that model?
Yes, the 2015 Outback got the highest ratings, I guess, because it has some additional
safety features on it.
So that was important to me. And so we really only kind of looked at two cars. It was that and then a Mazda CX-5,
Yeah.
which is kind of in the same.
Which is what my daughters drive when I looked at safety. They're 25 and 21. And it was up to the same thing. I searched, I've been doing this 29 years, but I still searched to see. I was running actually our Mazda store at the same time as I was running these, so they had a choice. And I liked the Subaru safety collision, rated a little bit higher, but I didn't argue with them when it came down because I would have been in misery for my entire life. They drove it if I did that. But and then did he? Your son's how old?
He's 15. So he never saw the Mazda. I took photos after we had seen the Subaru, and he's like, I don't like that one.
Yeah, my son would not drive he won't drive a Mazda either.
Yeah.
Right.
So he kind of fell in love with it the first time he saw it. I think it was the trunk space that really sold him.
Does he carry? Is he?
So he goes back and forth from my house to my ex-husband's house, and so he lives in a laundry basket.
Right. Yeah, I got that.
I think he's scoping it out. How many laundry baskets can fit back here?
I think it's important. Like, this is interesting because, like, depending on the age, to me, is always where we influence at that younger age, right? And yes, I will tell you that every time. I'm divorced as well, but every time my daughters would leave the house driving, it was always that phone don't ever ring, please. But if I was going to put them in something that protected them the best I could, then I have to put it outside of their hands as well. My son plays hockey, and so I'm trying to find him something that, yes, he plays goalie, so his equipment is dumb. It's too much, so it won't fit as much as he wants a little sports sedan or I'm like, son, no, because you can't fit it.
We did look at the cross deck on the lot.
Right.
Like after he saw this one, he was
right. I'm excited that he's going to be safe. When you said going back and forth, are you here? You guys are in Greensboro? Okay. Anything he needs, I don't have a card, but I'm going to write my name and number down. Anything in service he would ever need, just he can call me. I know how to deal with teenagers and the panics and whatever. But yeah, I'd love to hear some of his feedback after, 90 days or 100 days of what he did in it, where it went, what it was like. And I hope it's with him for a long period of time. And I think that's That's the difference of what I was just saying about a year ago. You couldn't find that car didn't even exist because the customers that had those cars, they weren't trading them because if they didn't get exactly what they wanted, they held on to their car. So the market just kind of went away. I'm excited. You don't get a lot of times. I just randomly saw y'all because I came in there. I didn't know it was going to be something that I relate to and that what I have too. I think it's fantastic. I won't say you're doing the right or the wrong thing, but that thing should protect him. I've told my son that you can go 90 miles an hour on a go-kart. So you can go fast in anything. It's a matter of what's around you when you're doing that and you decide, as we were kids, we all did that as well. So thank you guys so much. Again, anything he needs, anything that happens, your salesperson is who?
He went to get us a paint.
Jeremy. Okay. I will make sure, oh, he's outside. Okay.
He put the tag on and then he was going to get us a paint sample kit.
A touch-up?
Touch up.
All right, let me look in the car just to see if there's anything that I think is missing that maybe I might be able to help out that he might need, and I'll just try and gift you something like that. Let me look in it and just see. We don't, we'll just get the voicing on it.
I stayed with the brand.
This is Josephine.
Yeah.
I will just use your first name. Call her
I
Jo.
stayed with the brand because I had a Hyundai for 16 years.
Right.
Gave me no trouble.
How many kids did you teach to drive?
I taught 2 children
Okay.
and 2 grandchildren.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I mean, he wanted the car.
Right.
He really wanted the car, but
Right.
you know, he's past that point where he's got his own vehicle at this point.
So was it also that there was something that you were able to select that we actually had in inventory versus having to buy a car for the last 2 years that you couldn't see or drive?
It's
Or
a long process.
Oh, it has?
I started looking probably maybe last year at this time, when I started
Okay.
getting the thought of
That
maybe
is
it's
time.
to-
How many miles are on the Azera?
You don't want to know.
38,000?
It's 73.
Okay.
It might be up to 76.
Okay. It's a story of that car that after 29 years is still doing this. Like, you gotta cut.
I was washing it the other day, and I looked and I went, I know where that thing.
Yeah.
I know where that
It's not only that, it's what we talk about. That,
Grandson, this is from the daughter.
right. People don't, it's not about pictures. It's about, you'll always know
Oh yeah.
where they went, what they did, how you taught them, how anxious they were. I mean,
Playing games
you know,
in the car
right.
when I was small. They still have to open up that little cubby in the back
Right.
and look in the trunk.
And what I also think that there are safety features now for you
Yes.
that weren't in that, and it's not about your driving, it's about everybody else's driving, and now updating, and you stayed with the brand. I think it's a Santa Fe, is that where you chose
Does
it?
sound safe.
I think visually, sit-wise, in an SUV is going to be more convenient than getting down, up and
So,
down, right?
The transition from the vehicle to the SUV is because I have a lot of older friends and I'm watching them
Right.
having difficulty
Getting in, not getting out and in, and I'm sorry that it hit me in the wrong way, but I can see my oldest driving.
Yeah. So yeah, that,
And I got rid of that car, and I'll never. And I didn't have 16 years of the car. I mean, you know, she kept it a year. Once she learned how to drive, then it was, Daddy, I need something else. Okay, whatever.
So I
Yeah.
clear visions of my grandchildren being in that car and opening up that little cubby.
Yeah.
And we bought that car because it had the little cubby that opened up.
Yes.
So you could put the skis in it. 'Cause they
Yes.
stayed up north. That was a great feature. You could
Yeah.
roll down the
Pass
street
through.
or the little.
Right.
And a lot of the vehicles we bought at the time, the whole seat went down.
That's
So it
right.
was like,
I am here, and I will make sure that Joe gives you my name and number, and anything you need. And the building next door will be just a great. We're supposed to be done soon.
I
So
will tell you this. One thing I was really disappointed about is I really wanted the Limited.
yeah.
And did he tell you the story about the Limited?
No.
It's got this weird thing in the seat, in the front of the seat, where it's like a
bolster.
sort of leg extension.
Yeah, it's awful.
My legs are too short for that.
And you can't adjust it far enough in to not to hit. Your legs will wind up falling asleep, because mine do.
That's exactly.
When I drive what I drive, I try and roll that all the way back.
I went, I
Yeah,
can't buy this car because of this. I said if I got this car, I would be sitting with
You'd
the
be
pillow
mad.
behind me,
right.
and that's not.
No, it's not safe enough either.
Yeah.
So I am happy that I got to meet you.
Well-
Anything you need, I'll make sure Joe gives you my name and number when you come in for service or whatever you need.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
It
Was a pleasure meeting you as well. Okay, so you guys got to see Josephine, who traded in her car, and I just wanted to give everybody a free tip of things that you think you have to do, but you don't have to do, and why you don't do them. So real quickly, this is the way that she traded in her car. Sometimes when we walk outside, the cars are to one extreme or the other. But the tip is that if you don't want us to know that you're ready to trade, okay, you don't have to take it and get it spit shined and tires shined and all cleaned out, your title in the glove box. Then we get an idea that, oh, okay, maybe they are able to trade, right? So the urgency that we understand then would be they didn't just clean it all up to not trade it, right? The way she traded it in is the way that she drove it every day, right? It's not spilled candies and crushed French fries and all of those things, because when we do walk out to a car to look at it for an appraisal, we can tell a little bit about the condition of the outside and the inside of what may be taking place in the engine, transmission, the way you change the oil, whatever, right? So when we walk outside and see something that's meticulous, we do know that you're serious. But if I walk out and look at something like this, I think you're just as serious. It's just a tip for us not to know in this industry that you're ready to do it right now. You don't have to park your car behind the building. You don't have to Uber in and say you don't have a trade. You don't have to play all of those things. If you find a store that's transparent and that will honestly give you what the car is worth in today's market and be able to show you the data of why. So don't Uber, don't say you don't have a trade, then throw it in at the end to get a greater deal. Just if everybody in this industry can just be transparent and upfront, like Josephine was about her car, I think everything will go a little bit smoother. We really appreciate you watching. This is going to be a series that I think we're going to continue for the next couple of weeks as we sell some cars and as we get to talk to clientele and get a better understanding of what made them come out now, what brought them to pick the car that they picked, and are they getting rid of something that they've had for 16 years or 2 years, or why is it a good time now? In the market on YouTube, there's a whole bunch of people that aren't currently still doing what I'm doing, giving advice about it's a terrible time, it's horrible. It's the same videos from 2 years ago that they were saying it's a horrible time, right? There's no inventory and all of those things. It's always a good time if it's important to you and your time when you need to purchase something. Research, cars, you get to choose. In this case, again, she stayed with the same brand. Any questions or comments, I'm here to help. I'll do it for nothing. Those people on YouTube that want to drive you to their, bios and click on a link, they're asking for money. I don't want anyone's money. I just want to share the knowledge that I have after doing this for 30 years. Please subscribe, please like, please share, and thanks for watching.